Happy Wednesday. How are you guys tonight? Hopefully you are well. Oops. My name is Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. And we are going to play with the Beauty of Friendship bundle tonight. So this is from the new annual catalog. It comes in a full suite. I'll show you that in a minute. And it has this really cool, beautiful trees. So we used to have one called Lovely as a Tree, which was my absolute favorite. I used it all the time. And it retired. I couldn't believe they retired it. So we now have this one, which is really cool. I love it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So let me just get my iPad organized here. Give people a few minutes to join. I just want to see if anyone is with me so I can chat. If you're here, leave a comment so I can make sure my iPad's working so I can follow along. I do need to take my glasses off so I can see. That's kind of funny, eh? Take your glasses off so you can see. All right, so we are going to play with this suite. So let me show you, and we're going to make a card similar to this. I'm going to change up the colors a tiny bit, but this card will be perfect for any kind of masculine card that you need. A sympathy card, birthday card, Father's Day card, anything masculine. And it doesn't have, you can do it not masculine as well, but this will work for a masculine card. I always struggle with masculine cards. So we're going to make this one tonight. Super simple, super easy. And just let me show you, you should see my craft room. It is a disaster. I have so much on the go right now that I'm surprised I can find anything. All right, so the bundle is the Beauty of the Friendship bundle, and here's the stamp sets here, and it's part of the Beauty of the Earth suite. So with that suite comes this gorgeous DSP, so I will show you that, as well as the bundle, and it also has this really cool bark 3D embossing folder. I don't have that embossing folder yet. Oh, your kit arrived today. That is so exciting, Linda. That is awesome. I hope you enjoy it and have lots of fun with it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it comes with a 3D embossing folder for bark. I've seen it on, you can see it here on this picture here in the catalog. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get my hands on it, and hopefully it'll be here soon. So it's in my next order. You can see it right here on the corner of the catalog, but the catalog never does the products justice. It's always more beautiful in person. All right, so let me show you this DSP. I'm in my second pack of it, and I'm running out again. So, okay, so I'll show you the one side. So look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, love it. Love it. I love the colors. Okay, and this is like looking up through the trees. I can't remember if I've shown you guys this paper already. A forest. And then this is like a watercolor washed forest. Really pretty. This one is awesome. All you need to do, cut it. You got 6 cards, put a sentiment on it, some baker's twine, and you've got cards done. Wood grain, fall colors, winter. This would be an absolutely, I can't wait to do Christmas cards with this one. Sky and trees. So we're going to be using this DSP today. We're going to be using this piece here. So you can cut these in lines and use them as we're going to use them. You can also just use them as a focal point. And then the other piece that we are using is this. And I've just cut out part of the tree with it. I think it's that one. Yes, it's this one. And we've just cut out the part of the tree using the dies. All right, so we're going to get going. It's a super simple card again. I have been, hey Sandy, how are you? I've been suffering with this weather with a headache for over a week now, so I figured I'd better do something really simple so that if I'm barely functioning, I can still get through and do it. So all we need is a piece of Early Espresso. So this is just a normal piece of cardstock cut in half. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to line this up at 4 1/4. Use my score tool, which is the light one, and there we go. And I just kind of flip it over like this, line it up, and then crease it. Otherwise I always get it crooked. I don't know. It's just me. Just me. All right. So the other thing that we're going to do, the other pieces that we need, and I've done all the die cutting ahead of time, is just a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, and I've run this through the Evergreen 3D embossing folder. I don't know, can you see that? It is so cool. Hey Claire, how's it going? Hope you're well. I hope you guys got out and enjoyed the gorgeous weather today. It's like spring has finally sprung in Ontario. It's about time. Does it not feel like it's so long? Okay, and then we have another piece, just as a strip of that DSP. This is 1 1/8 by 4. And then we have a piece of the Early Espresso, which is 1 1/4 by 4 1/8. And we're just going to actually, right now, we're just going to glue those together. Okay. So, did you get outside and enjoy? We just got back about half an hour ago from walking the dogs. So that was fun. It was nice to get out. I was stuck on the computer all day today with work. It was absolutely insane again. Crazy busy. We go from having nothing to do to being insane again. Just like that. All right. We need a piece for the inside, which we're going to stamp on. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to place that off to the side. And then I have done some die cutting. So here's the back of the tree. Okay, here's the tree branch. So this is DSP. This is Early Espresso. I just cut that out using the dies. And then I cut out a piece, these are the leaves. I cut out this using old olive, and you can just layer them like this, and that looks pretty cool too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge dauber, and I'm just going to add a little bit of extra texture on here. I'm going to do it in Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to put all of that off to the side so I don't end up. And all I'm going to do is just dab some ink on it. You don't need a lot. Start off on the edge, and I'm just going to gently apply some just randomly. I don't want to cover the whole thing. I just want it, because when you look at a tree, especially if, depending on the light, you'll have some really dark greens, you'll have some more yellowy greens, light greens. So I'm just adding, kind of like what the DSP is like. I'm just adding a little bit of color, and it just adds a little bit more depth when you put them together. That's it. Easy peasy. All right, I'm going to close that so my card doesn't end up in it. Now, I've seen the trees put together different ways. So how I did it on here is I put all of the branches underneath like that, and then this on top. So you could do it that way. You could also do it, you know how sometimes when you look through the canopy of the tree, you can see branches through it. So you could also do it like this, and that gives you the perception of canopy. So I'm going to do it like this, and we'll see which one we like better. How about that? So we're going to glue. I should have brought my silicone mat out, but let's just hope I don't get glue everywhere. I will get glue everywhere. You guys know me. I will have glue everywhere. All over me, all over my table, but that's okay. It cleans. So today is a friend of mine's birthday. I hope her family spoiled her. All right. So was everything in your starter kit, Claire? Not Claire. Linda, everything arrived okay? That's so exciting that it came. All right, so it doesn't matter that there's a little bit of glue showing because we're gonna hide that with the other piece. Okay, and then we're just gonna glue this. See how simple this card is? Perfect though for those masculine cards that I always struggle. I don't know about you guys, but I always struggle making masculine cards unless there's a fish. I can do fish ones because my boys fish. But if there's no fish, I always struggle with them. And I always put bows on them. All right, so I'm just going to glue this down. Okay, it doesn't have to fit perfect, but you do kind of want it a little bit centered. There we go. You could pop that up as well with, it moved. See, because I have glue all over my fingers. You could pop it up as well with dimensions if you wanted to. I don't know. It looks kind of cool with the branches out like that. What do you guys think? The gems were back ordered, yeah, but they'll come soon, hopefully. I forget what the date is. I can look up the date for you for when they're coming. Hopefully they won't be too long. All right, so this is just cut out with one of the dies from this set, and I'm just going to stamp this as a thank you this time. So you could do birthday, Father's Day, sympathy. This card would be good for any of those. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to put my foam under it. So because these are photopolymer stamps, it's best to put a foam mat underneath when you stamp, just to give you a little bit of extra cushioning. So this one worked out okay, so let's just put that there. But I am going to put my mat under so that the trees work. All right, so we're ready to put the front of our card together. How simple is that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is Early Espresso ribbon. This is from the annual catalog, and it's carried over. At least I hope it's carried over. I forgot to look, actually. And I'm just going to, I'm cheating. And I'm going to, instead of tying a bow, I am going to tie a knot. I just find it easier when I'm tired and my fingers aren't working properly. So I'm just going to take a glue dot. I'm going to stick it on the back here, not onto my finger, on the back. How's your packing going, Sandy? I don't know if you're still here or if you dropped for the updates. Hopefully your packing is going well. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it like this, give it a snip. And this stuff is pretty thick, so I'm just going to put it underneath like this, and I'm just going to tie a knot. This is my cheating way of doing a bow. It's a lot easier. I can do bows, but it's easier and it still looks pretty. Okay, so we're just going to, so I don't know if you saw what I did there. I seriously just tied a knot. I'm just going to cut off the end like that. Just cut it on an angle. And there you go. Easy. So if your fingers aren't working one day, then this is an easy way to get away without doing a bow. So now we're ready to put it together. So I am going to, because I don't want, if I were just to put this like here and put this here, it's going to look like the tree is floating, okay? Off the bottom of the page. So I am going to take, there is a little stamp in the stamp set. It's just like a little line like this. So I'm just going to make a little shadow underneath the tree, and it'll just ground it that little bit so it doesn't look funny and floating. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball. This is where I kind of want my tree. I'm just going to stick it on. And that's it. So I did that in Sahara Sand. So it's just a light, you could do it in a green if you wanted. So I'm just gonna put the card together. And then we'll stamp on the inside as well. So, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Okay, and you could pop this up if you wanted to. I'm gonna stick it down. I will pop the sentiment up though. And just put some glue. I put way too much glue on that. Hopefully it doesn't squish out the sides. There we go. Okay, and then we'll stick this to our card front. See how easy this card is? So simple. Me and my glue. We have a love-hate relationship with this glue, eh? It is the best glue though. All right. Okay, and then we're just going to get some mini dimensionals and we're going to stick this right over the tree trunk. I can't even speak today. These are my big dimensionals. Let me get the little ones. All right. So did you guys get outside? Did you enjoy the weather? It's we're finally at seasonal, eh? Although we had frost this morning, which is probably why I've been having headaches, is just the total change in one day of weather. Last night I thought it was going to snow. It was so cold when we went for our walk. It was crazy. All right, so we're just going to stick this at the bottom. There we go. Front of the card done. You could put some gems on here if you want. I don't like to bling it up too much if it's for masculine people, but you know, there we go. Now for the inside, I am going to use this tree. Okay, and this is a two-stepper. So I don't know if you can see here, there's this is like a shadow with some detail on it. And then this has more detail. So it's a two-step stamp. So I'm going to stamp the trunk first. I don't want the whole tree. Well, I guess we could put the whole tree on here. All right, let's try the whole tree on here. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I just got ink everywhere. Don't ink up your stamp set like I just did. Okay. My Early Espresso I just re-inked and it's very juicy. As you can see, it's all over my stamp set. All over my block. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that's a nice walk. 5 kilometers. The garden center over by the movie theater? That one? Or a different one? Okay, so we're going to do the trees in Old Olive and in Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to do Old Olive for the one with the detail and the backing. Okay, so we're going to stick this right about here. Okay, do you see how just that one stamp you get light and dark? It's really cool. And then you can stamp right on top of it. I'm going to go in with the Mossy Meadow and stamp on top, and it just again adds one more layer of depth. And all you do, because you can see through it, is you just roughly line it up. It is a tree, it doesn't have to be exact. So I'm just roughly lining it up, pushing it down, and look at that. Cool, eh? So the other trees in here are the same. It's the 2 steps. So you have the 2 stamps and it just adds a lot of texture and a lot of depth. And it's really, it's cool. Like, it is really cool. You could probably do it with the same color. Look at my thumb. You could do it with the same color and just stamp off once if you only had one color of green. And that would work as well. No, do I want it down here? No, I'll just put it in the middle. There you go. So we've done the inside and the outside of the card. And you can just stick that in there. Which one do you like better? Do you like the Early Evergreen or the Early Espresso? And do you like the trees? I kind of like this tree, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Grobes, yeah. Okay, that's a nice nursery. Which one? Let me know what you think. And I hope you guys had a awesome rest of the week. I should not put my thumb in there. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a great week, great weekend. The weather's supposed to be gorgeous. I can't wait. We're going to try and get the puppy back out on the boat and get him used to the boat. So that will be exciting. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will talk soon. Bye for now.